Hey there, guys. So I know it's been a while. We're back in Paraguay. We went on a trip back home for this Christmas to visit some family and friends, and now we're back in Paraguay. So a lot's happened since I last updated you guys. We've got yeah had a big war happening, yeah, with the USA, Israel, and Iran. Um, yeah, it's war is terrible. I don't know. We hope we get finished quick and resolved, but I think it's quite a bit of unresolved tensions that have been going for quite a while, and it's got to get settled with fighting, I guess. Um, anyway, so yeah, We moved to a place we're going to be renting for a year now. We've got it's a 6 bedroom house. We got Jack, our guard dog. He came with the house. He's a boxer. He's good fun. We had to train him. We're trying to work on him jumping on the kids a little bit, but they all love him a lot and he likes them. So it's going well. We're homeschooling. The kids went to private school last year, a Paraguayan private school. So this year we're trying to do homeschooling. We've got, I think, a tutor lined up for Spanish lessons. And so yeah, we'll continue our Spanish learning that way. But I just wanted to issue some warnings. I think there's some people who are looking to come to Paraguay. So I just wanted to kind of talk about some of what we've been dealing with as Canadians who have moved here to Paraguay to check it out. One of the warnings is I don't know everyone's reason for leaving, but the U.S. is becoming more involved in Paraguay. A lot of countries seem to be wanting to be more involved in Paraguay. The U.S. hasn't really had much of a presence so far. Paraguay's flown under the radar. And I know Paraguayans love the fact that more people are giving them attention, but it's attention for some of the wrong. It's attention, and they're going to want something out of you for it. So I would just encourage Paraguayans to pump the brakes a bit and think. And I know a lot of Paraguayans, they can see where I've mentioned some of this, and they can see where I'm coming from too. But again, the Paraguayan government, like most governments, they don't do what the Paraguayans would like them to do. So Peña is the president. I think he's been president 2 years, and he's got another 2 years left. But in my opinion, he's been selling out the country to foreign interests, foreign corporations. For instance, the U.S. is going to be setting up, I think, a military base here. Peña has also joined the Board of Peace, I think it is, for peace in Ghana, peace in Gaza, restructuring that, basically killing and setting up whatever they want to set up there. But I don't know, I would stay as far away from that as I could, especially Paraguay does not have a good history of war. With the Triple Alliance War, I would just stay far away from the U.S. And yeah, if they're giving you something, be careful, because they're going to want something back, and something back is they're going to be setting up a military base somewhere. I would assume it'd be close to the border. I heard something about the border of Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay, so they can monitor all three, I guess. But the base is gonna have immunity from all like Paraguayan, I think, law and jurisdiction. So pretty much whatever goes on at that base, I don't know if you guys have heard what goes on in bases, but human trafficking, and things with the population locally there, it hasn't been good. So like just do your own research if you want about that. But definitely drug trafficking and human trafficking. Um, yeah, I don't know. I hate to hurt my American audience, but like there's a lot of yeah, the U.S. has been known to dabble in that stuff. So it is what it is. I don't think a military base in Paraguay is what Paraguayans want, but that's what Peña is doing here. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Also, I'd like to talk about transferring money. So we used Wise. A lot of people recommended Wise to transfer money down here, but it's okay. It seems like it's okay using like the Wise credit card to get money down here, using it to withdraw money out of the ATMs, but they've recently brought down the limit that you could withdraw to a very low limit and increase the amount that you have to pay for that. But then also we tried to do a Wise transfer and the money just disappeared into thin air. So Wise transferred it to JP Morgan, an intermediate bank, and JP Morgan was supposed to transfer it to the Paraguayan bank. This was, we were trying to pay our deposit. Well, that money just disappeared into JP Morgan's account and they did not send it any further. So this has been like 4 weeks, I think the money's disappeared. And like, it's a decent chunk. It's the deposit first, last, and the deposit, I forget what it's called, security deposit. So yeah, the Wise has sort of worked with us, but they said it's out of our hands, even though they sent it to JP Morgan. So it's like, you sent it there, they're not doing anything with it, it disappeared. And yeah, so I would just be warned using Wise, maybe Revolut. A lot of these people aren't banks, they're just, they aren't accountable to anyone. So I would just be forewarned if you're planning on going to another country and you're solely going to use that. I would definitely check out more things. I think we're going to try we have Maru accounts. We're still using a bank back home as well. But on the topic, I know a lot of people use cryptocurrencies. They use even stable coins. Stable coins has many uses here, but it's like Paraguay's cracking down on stable coins and cryptocurrencies. It used to be free. All transactions, you used to be able to come down here, no taxes on that, but Paraguay just changed it in March. So now you have to tell the government all your transactions, and that isn't good. That's not good, because if you have to tell the government all your transactions, how much money you have, where you live, like a lot of people in the government will have that information and they can easily sell that out or come to your house and essentially rob you or kidnap you, and that's not safe for people. A lot of expats come here and not everyone uses that, but we're all just trying to get our money here to buy a house, to buy cars, whatever we need. And often the banks don't want to work with you either, so you have to try and find other solutions to get your money here. So that all came down. That was like just last week. So I thought should make a video. I mean, there's not that many people watching this, but for those of you who are thinking about coming down here, like, yeah, Wise is not a good option. It was okay temporarily, but it was just this year again that we started having trouble with it. So we started having trouble with that. Paraguay says no to cryptocurrencies, so they're really shooting us in the foot here. Yeah, those are the main things. I don't know. Paraguay's a nice place. The people here are nice. unless they're driving, then that's a whole nother situation. Then they're not nice. They'll run you over. But yeah, but there's two different classes here. There's like the rich and wealthy, and then there's the poor. The rich and wealthy, they have like bank accounts, good jobs, likely work for the government, or are entrepreneurs selling something to a government entity. And then there's the poor who are making barely enough to get by. But the prices of everything in Paraguay are going up as well. So I really feel for the Paraguayan people here too. They're just trying to get by, and they have a politician. Of course, we all have politicians that don't care for us, and all the politicians seem to be selling their countries out. So Paraguay, I had hoped Paraguay would be different, but it seems like it's not, and it's not moving in a good direction either. So I would just be warned about Paraguay, unfortunately. And again, this is recent, last week. Yeah, just be warned with money institutions locking your funds, disappearing. Yeah, they're making it pretty hard to live a life here. So yeah, all right, that's it for me, guys. Thanks. Bye.